Hello, Year 7. We're just going to have a look at some angle rules this lesson, and particularly angles in a triangle, and answer some questions based on that. To start with, we're just going to go over some angle facts. Most of you have probably seen these before. Maybe there's a couple you haven't, but it would have been a while, so we'll have a bit of a refresher, and maybe any that you haven't seen, you'll be able to see for the first time now. I want you to make notes on this first slide that I'm going to go through, so that you've got stuff to refer back to. So, for instance, this first one, draw out your triangles and write down the facts that you need to remember. So, firstly, an isosceles. So, the important thing about an isosceles is that it has two sides of equal length, and it has two angles that are the same. So these lines here signify that the lengths of these sides are the same. And if we've got two lengths that are the same, we also have two angles that are the same. So for this lesson in particular, it will be important that these angles are the same, because we're looking at angles in a triangle, and the question will always be to try and find an angle, and this might be helpful sometimes. Okay, so equilateral. Similarly with isosceles, it's about equal length and equal sides. But in this case, all three sides are equal length and all three angles are equal. A right angle triangle. So this is just a triangle that has a right angle in it. And you've probably seen this before, but a right angle we signify with a little square angle. Instead of this curved for the angle, we do a 90 degree. Okay, next angle fact. So inside a triangle, you've got three angles. Okay, so you've always got three angles inside a triangle. And no matter what triangle it is, if you add those angles together, you get 180 degrees. Okay, so that's a very important fact for this lesson. So if you add all of the angles inside of a triangle, you always get 180 degrees no matter what. So A, which is this angle, plus B, which is this angle, plus C, which is this angle, is going to give you 180 degrees. Okay, make sure you got a note of that, so that you can refer back to it when you're doing some questions later. Next angle fact. So angles on a straight line add up to 180 degrees. Okay, so if you've got a straight line, and that straight line is made up of lots of different angles. So in this case, we've got one angle and two angles. So there's two here. There is 1, 2, 3 in this one. 1, 2, 3 in this one. No matter what, the angle is going to add up to 180 degrees if they make up a straight line. Okay, so this angle plus this angle is going to give us 180 degrees. This angle plus this angle plus this angle is going to give us 180 degrees. And this angle plus this angle plus this angle is going to give us 180 degrees. Okay, and finally, last little angle fact we're going to consider for this lesson is that angles around a point add up to 360 degrees. So similarly like this, but around a point, so through a full 360 degrees. So anytime you see this, it's got the whole circle, goes all the way around, it's 360 degrees. So this angle plus this angle plus this angle plus this angle is 360 degrees. If it helps and you wanted to, you can think of this as two lots of angles on a straight line. So you've got 180 degrees here and then another 180 degrees there. Or you could think of angles in a straight line as half of angles around a point. There's different ways you can think about it, but as long as you're remembering these rules and can apply them, then that's all that matters. Okay, so we're going to have a look at a question now, and we're going to use some of these angle facts to answer this question. Okay, so work out the size of angle Y. So this here is angle Y. Okay, so I've got a few little hints to get us going here. So first of all, angles in a triangle add up to 180 degrees is the first angle fact we're going to use. So we can work out this angle here using this rule. Angles in a triangle add up to 180 degrees. So what we're going to do is we're going to go 180 minus this 120 minus this 35, and that is going to give us this angle. Okay, so this angle plus this angle plus this angle is going to give us 180. So if we do 180 minus this one and this one, it will give us this one. Okay, and that's going to give us 25 degrees. Okay, so we can put that in there. And we can check that by adding these together. So 25 add 35, that's going to give us 60. and then 60 add 120 is going to give us 180. So that's, as we would expect, 180 degrees in this triangle. Now, next rule, angles on a straight line add up to 180 degrees. Okay, so we're looking at this straight line here. Okay, so we know that this angle y plus our 25 is going to give us 180 degrees, because we know that angles on a straight line always add up to 180 degrees. So we can write that y equals 180 minus this 25. So 180, and then the difference, taking away 25, is going to give us y. Okay, so that's going to give us that y equals 155 degrees, and that's our answer. Again, we can check that. So 155 for this angle y, so 155 plus 25, and that's going to give us 180 degrees, and that's what we'd expect for angles on a straight line. Okay, so now there's a sheet on Google Classroom for you to go through and have a go at applying these angle facts yourself. Let me go back. So using these angle facts, making note of them. If you're on a computer, you could take a screenshot, but I would have your notes in your handwriting so that it's easier for you to know what to do, and work your way through those sheets. Okay, and don't be afraid to ask for some help or whatever if you're a bit stuck. Let me know.